What is up? Welcome to Extended Discussion on this Tuesday. We are outside.
Good evening. It's finally nice enough to come back outside.
Oh yeah,
It's really nice out right now.
It
I'm
is.
a little cold.
it's a little chilly. Well, actually, I'm feeling all right. I'll be honest, but I can feel that the breeze is cool, but it's dark out. It's cloudy.
Shorts are very breathable. That's the
Oh,
problem.
I'm wearing like fleece shorts.
Mine are very breathable, so I'm getting all the air in my whole
Do you
lower
wanna-
half.
Do you want to promote those breathable shorts?
I don't know what brand it is.
Okay. Well, I hope everyone's doing well. I hope it's nice enough where you are that you can be outside.
Yeah, if it's not, then stay
And
inside.
then come on over to Ohio.
Drink some coffee, stay inside. That's what I'd like to do.
Would you drink coffee right now?
Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah, I've always been a late night coffee drinker, but I'm trying to move more towards tea or water.
That sounds so old.
Yep.
Steph's been doing that too. She's been not drinking coffee late at night. Like, have a cup with me. It's
But
the weekend.
so it doesn't affect you because you go to sleep earlier than I do.
I
so
do.
it has no impact on you.
I wouldn't say no
You're
impact.
immune to caffeine.
I wouldn't say no impact. It's more immediate than that.
Okay.
Have you ever heard if you drink coffee then take a nap, it hits you?
Like the dreaming?
No. It makes you feel more awake when you wake up.
No.
Yeah.
I'm going to start just waking up at 4 a.m., doing like a shot of espresso, and then going back to sleep.
That might work. I don't know.
Yeah, I woke up and my eye was a little off today, but I'm feeling good now. So, we're going to be covering multiple different episodes today. Today's kind of like catch-up day.
Catch up.
We won't be talking about the Rendlesham Forest because we did that last week.
Yes.
But we'll be talking a little bit about Kadena Air Force,
Ooh,
talking a little bit about the Clown Mask and Doppelganger,
that one's creepy.
and we're going to be talking about the Basement Whispers.
So the two of these are my episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's sandwich it. We'll start one of yours, go to mine, go to yours.
Okay. You want to start with Kadena?
See, if you submit a story to us, you got to know that whoever tells the story, we take ownership of it. It now becomes our story.
It is.
Not like mine versus yours, but like mine versus Charlie's.
Yeah. It's not like versus,
I hope
though. It's
all of my episodes get way more talent. I'm just kidding.
That was one of my initial, like, when we first started, I was like, oh, Tyler's going to get a lot more downloads than my episodes. And then I saw the charts, like,
They're equal.
Not really.
It has no impact on anything. And you were the first person to have a pod crush, apparently. So you should feel confident. But yeah, let's talk about. Tell us about Kadena.
Kadena. So the Kadena Air Force Base in a really cool country, Japan. We did some not super cool stuff there to get the Air Force Base.
Yeah.
We firebombed it, right?
You're asking me.
I'm asking you to remember something
That
I
episode.
told you. Yeah.
Oh, that was like a month
It
ago.
was a while ago.
Yeah.
But anyway, we got the base. We won. And then we found out that it's really haunted because it's an old city.
Yeah.
It's a really old city. So there's a couple like really haunted areas of this place.
Mm-hmm.
The first haunted place was the cave,
Yes.
which was used during World War II as a hospital, as a field hospital. I cannot believe it was never used before that, though. I feel like it was used before this.
When I hear field hospital and field medic,
Yeah.
and this isn't meant to be insensitive, I promise. This is just, I'm being very honest with where my mind goes. It makes me think when you're playing either dodgeball or capture the flag.
Uh-huh.
I always try to zoom in on your face in a Battle of Believability when you do that.
My
You're like yawn, but you try to hide it. You're like, but you get this like scrunched up, like, I'm ready to beat someone's ass.
I've not listened to the new Battle of
Well, I zoom in on you.
Oh, okay.
But anyways, it's like when you're playing capture the flag or you're playing tag and you get caught and one person on the team is the medic, and if you get hit with the ball, you have to like sit down, and if they go up and they touch you, then you're up and you're like, I imagine that's the field medic.
Oh. No, I think there's a lot more blood involved.
A little bit. I've seen blood in dodgeball.
Have you?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I was with my coworkers and we were in our late 20s.
Yeah.
And we were at a trampoline park because our boss took us there, and there were a bunch of little kids there, and they didn't separate the older kids from the younger kids.
No.
It was trampoline dodgeball,
like the Sky Zone or something.
and my friend Matt, who's like 6'3", he just like was, and you're bouncing, you have no balance or anything. He just chucks it. He misses the person, and it was actually a kid who was already out, just sitting there, just like bam, and he ran to the bathroom.
Oh God.
Crying.
Oh my God.
So I guess
Wow.
you're right. I didn't see blood, but I
That's
imagine
crazy.
that there was some level of Pain.
When I was playing football in high school, there was an exercise for doing like tackle drills.
I think there's an exorcism. I know
No,
that's what you're saying.
it's pretty crazy. We were doing tackle drills, and I got nailed in the face pretty hard.
Yeah.
There's a lot of blood
Did you
then.
say ow?
No, I blew my bloody nose at the guy.
Yeah. I've had friends playing football where they just like their finger goes out and they're just like, all right, let's keep playing. But anyway, back to Kadena.
Oh, Kadena Air Force Base. Bloody. Oh, so this field hospital was supposed to be captured, or it was going to be captured, and the nurses were either forced to commit suicide, or they did commit suicide of their own free will, and everyone inside the hospital was found dead.
Mm-hmm.
It's said to be haunted. That's kind of like almost myth building though, because like there's no confirmed like sightings or anything there.
Yeah.
There's just said to be ghosts around there.
Mm-hmm.
There's also said to be ghosts in like the forest and stuff. Like one of the encounters was just, it was pretty not even scary. It was just like this old man that was there,
Just hanging out.
just hanging out. And like, do you remember the last story where the guy like saw it with his family and they ran back to the thing?
And immediately she was like, please come for me. He's like, I need to type it out for Reddit. They need to know.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, it wasn't really that scary, but it just seemed like to be a lot for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This Kadena Air Force Base is like one of those things where there's not one incredibly overwhelming story, but it's just the quantity of stories and how many different people from different walks have gone there and experienced something that it's kind of like, to a certain degree, you'd have to be ignorant to not think something's there when you have so many people experiencing something.
You have that house that was
Torn
there.
down.
It's gone now.
They said,
It was
nope,
so funny during the episode. You're like, "Would you go there?" I was like, "Yeah."
because it's not. Yeah.
But yeah, they tore it down because of the.
Just like Rendlesham, that's another thing. In America, we would turn that into a tourist attraction.
Well, they tried to. They did tours there. Remember?
Oh, that's right. They did do.
They did do tours there because there's the American spirit because it is our base.
Yes.
Capitalism.
But
but I don't know. They tore it down. I don't even know the reason why. It just they listed. They must have listed something, but
there's somebody out there who has the proper marketing where they're like, "Is your building too spooky? Hire us to demolish it."
yeah, right.
Spooky
We'll do scary
building
demo.
demolish. Yeah.
Well, the story that stuck out for me in that one was the guy that went in there and saw the blood on the floor and the curtains.
Yeah.
When there shouldn't have been blood
Mm-hmm.
at all.
And then there was that one where it was like a woman who heard like a child in like the vent or something like
Oh
that.
yeah.
Scary stuff.
Or the daycare that was supposed to be next to this house.
Yeah.
The kids would throw things over the fence and they would come back.
Ugh. There's just one seal over there.
And then there's that gate that's supposed to be guarded all the time, and like people see people walking up to the gate that are like bloody and asking for cigarettes. Yeah. It's a creepy area.
They're like, that'll kill you.
But it's you're right. You'd have to be really in denial to believe that nothing is there.
Yeah, it checks every box where it's like multiple sightings, people have confirmed violent deaths and trauma,
ancient roots.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have no doubt in my mind Kadena is haunted.
So moving on to the clown mask and the doppelganger from Amelia from Boston. No, what is it? Your cousin from Boston. The commercial.
What is that from?
It's a beer commercial. Samuel Adams.
Oh, I don't know if I've seen that ever.
Okay. And ironically, we just spoke with Amelia. Her interview is going to go up on Patreon shortly. It's a good conversation, and just to touch base on that, it starts with her as a very young age. It's really a nice refresher that we just talked about.
I know, right? Good for you.
It was her at a very young age looking up and seeing this creepy mask and just getting a feeling like a presence was coming through it, running, talking to her parents. And there are two doppelganger stories. One, her brother thinks he sees her. And if you want to know, she talked to him recently. And if you want to know exactly what he saw, you gotta listen to the interview.
It's terrible.
And then later on, her brother's friend thought that he saw her brother sitting like the back of his head in a chair. So two separate different doppelganger moments there. and then this crazy moment where she was folding laundry in her room, and the inside of her window, like the blind, just shook violently, and she like spent like 2 hours trying to replicate it, looking around, anything hit the window, wasn't able to find anything. And then finally her friend saying that there's her friend who could see ghosts, because we all got
Yeah, right.
her friend who could see ghosts, telling her there's a little girl in this dark guest room. And then Amelia would go there, and she was there for like a year while she was in college, and she had sleep paralysis like almost the entire time.
Mm-hmm. And then she moved out for a little bit.
It was fine.
And it was fine.
But then
and then she moved back in.
Just want to testing fate. And the ghost was like, all right, put me in, coach.
Yeah.
But now she moved out and she's fine. And
yeah.
She's good.
She's good now.
Good.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
So let's talk about today's episode. The one.
Oh yeah. Do you have any? It's tough because we literally just spent an hour talking about it. I think the doppelgangers is incredibly scary.
Yes.
I think it is insane that she went back there during the
I just want to know
sleep
how
paralysis.
this evil thing got into the house.
Yeah.
And if it still affects her family. It must.
She did say she played a Ouija board one time.
One time she didn't say goodbye. I don't know, because it seems to be very evil.
Yeah. Okay, but we can move on to today's episode.
Today's episode.
Yeah.
Takes place in Ohio University. Athens, about 2.5 hours from here.
Maybe 3.
Three-ish.
Give or take.
It's this house where 5 people lived. 4 girls and 1 guy.
Ooh, I like the insects we're hearing now.
Yeah.
And I feel like we have all this space. I don't know why.
We're outside.
I feel so good, but I'm always trying to frame it where you can't see, oh, there's last year's Christmas tree. There's this old box that we don't know where it even came. Like here, it's just like we're on the deck.
Well,
like,
that's what the studio's gonna be like, I think.
I know, but it's just nice where it's just like we're here. We moved closer, so the lighting is hitting us. I don't know. I'm happy with this. So, and I like the sounds of the insects. But
they're
anyways,
good. I don't think they're coming through. That's okay.
Well, I hear them.
All right.
That's what matters.
Anyway, so as soon as these kids start to move in,
Yeah.
this one girl starts to get these nightmares. Oh,
Well, don't forget the.
Sorry. Sorry about that.
Yeah, we'll worry about that later.
Sorry.
Did you mention the basement?
No, not yet. I'll get there.
Okay.
So this girl's having nightmares every night.
Mm-hmm.
She called them demonic. Also there is this basement, right?
Mm-hmm.
And in this basement there's a room that is sealed and bolted shut.
Bolted, painted over.
Can't get in there.
Can't get in.
However, one of the rooms does look into this room.
Austin's, right? Is his name Austin?
Preston.
Preston, Austin. You know what I meant.
Yeah, Preston. So you can see into it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Although I feel like the trash has just been like residents just throwing trash in there.
Well, they said it was furniture, right? Didn't they?
They said old furniture and trash.
The furniture's like, I can't wait to get used again.
I feel like the trash is like people in that room throwing stuff. It's very college.
It depends how big the hole is.
I think
because if the hole's like this, there's not really much you can fit in there.
I mean, you can put bags in there.
Bags, but can't fit a bottle.
No.
This is what I meant, but this
bags, wrappers, like little things.
Little Wayne, get in there.
Sorry, take a second. Yeah, like you could. Anyway, it's creepy to have there though. Like,
yeah,
and it's not even touched on by the landlord.
He's like, don't look in there. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
So let's fast forward a little bit. Fall semester.
Yes.
The rest of the roommates move in. This other girl starts to sleepwalk. And she sleepwalks and gets to the one girl who's having nightmares. And she stands over her. Not just like goes to the end of her bed and looks at her. She climbs up on the bed and straddles her and stares down at her. How disturbing is that?
Well, especially like it's disturbing for the person doing it, but it's also disturbing for the person waking up.
Oh, absolutely.
Like I would be like, what do you even say?
Please move. Please.
And it's
move.
like if she's sleepwalking, if something else is kind of controlling her, I wonder
Yeah.
if it was very graceful. Because, like, if it was me doing it, it'd be like, hold onto the wall, let me get my leg over
I
on
would
my
like-
hamstring.
I would like to see like the video of that.
But what if she wasn't sleepwalking?
What do you mean?
Like, what if something kind of took control of her?
Oh, like a pseudo possession.
We never really
Well,
talked about that.
No, we didn't.
That's the benefit of being on the extended.
Well, that's what's really scary about it. It could have been like a pseudo possession.
Because, like,
The
if
only thing that stopped her was locking this door,
right.
and it was just that room.
And also, like, she didn't have experience with sleepwalking in the past. So if it only happened here, I'm surprised we didn't mention that in the episode. What if it wasn't sleepwalking?
What is it? A possession.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's
And nothing else really in this story would make us think it's possession.
yeah.
But at the same time, I don't know.
I don't
mean,
know what else it could
It
be.
seems like she didn't, like, if it felt like there was intention in her. Like, I feel like if you're sleepwalking, that's
Yeah.
not what you'd be doing. And also, like, really, I think it comes down to the gracefulness of standing on the bed.
I really want to know if they didn't say how long it happened for. I want to know if this happened all year. Because
Yeah.
it got to the point where the girl who's having the nightmares locked her door.
Mm-hmm. I'm keeping my nightmares to myself.
So I just wonder if it did happen.
I wonder what happened in that room.
Her room?
Yeah.
Something. I'm
Something.
sure. I'm
Bad
sure
juju.
something bad happened in this house.
Somebody failed their exam.
That and then other things.
And then, yeah,
yeah.
was very sad about it.
We gotta take AP Chem again. AP.
Chem 101.
Yeah. Chem 101.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
Yeah.
So, a couple people also heard, including our main character, heard talking coming from places in the house where it shouldn't have been. Preston heard it in the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
He also heard scratches in his room.
Yeah, the scratches, that's not good.
No, it's
I
bad.
mean, it could be an animal, I guess, like a rodent.
It
But...
could be something, birds in the walls.
Mm-hmm. And then the furniture moving. Another
The furniture
audible-
moving by itself.
That's crazy that no one else heard that, though. Like, that is crazy.
That is weird.
Yeah, like... And that's not me saying that I don't believe her. I think she's lying. Because, I mean, maybe it was implanted. I don't know. Like, it's crazy.
It could have been an audio hallucination or a projection.
Yeah.
Because she was not confirmed by anybody in the house.
Yeah.
Seemed like Lily had the easiest time because nothing really happened to her.
She's like, I'm fine.
She was like, "Oh man, this is crazy." What else happened? The boyfriend had an experience downstairs.
Weightlifting.
Yeah.
Just the feeling that he was being watched.
He had to stop because it
Yeah.
was so intense.
Hasn't lifted a weight since. He refuses to pick anything up now. Ever. Especially the tab at dinner.
Oh jeez, what a dad joke.
Well. It's a haunted location
Yeah,
with 5 characters and a bunch of vignettes.
a lot of little things happen. It's like a really approachable haunted house. Like it's like almost stereotypical.
It's
A water would be running by itself.
Yeah. It's a haunting that you can wrap your arms around.
Yes, it is.
I stand by.
It's very typical of a typical haunted house.
Yeah.
There's nothing else you could really say about it. That's all it really is.
No. We went believable. I stand by that. And I think this is like if I had to deal with a haunting, and there's still stuff in this, like I wouldn't want to sleepwalk, I wouldn't want to wake up. But in terms of some of the other listener submissions that we've heard, this is definitely one that I believe in, but it's the type of haunting that if I had to have a haunting, this isn't the worst things that you could experience.
It's not, but it'd be hard though. It'd be hard, especially the voices.
I think sleeping would be hard, like especially like in college you have your own room. In this instance, you know, you're alone in there, and it's just like that feeling of isolation sometimes. And I feel like all of us had TVs in our room, and we always had them on, and our electric bill was a monstrosity. But I don't know, like if this is the stuff that was happening, I couldn't imagine like going to bed there at night and being like, okay, hopefully nothing terrifying happens. Good
Yeah,
night.
it'd be a hard way to live a year of college,
Mhm.
especially your last year.
And to like focus on your schoolwork and other
Yeah.
things. Like maybe the way they got through it was they were so busy that they didn't have time to really reflect on it in the moment.
Mhm.
Like, that's scary, but I have a test to study, or that's scary, but I have a date. That's scary, but I have, to run to these 3 classes. Like, maybe it's just like, I don't have time to dwell on this. This isn't my permanent living situation, so I'm just going to kind of deal with it in stride and just go.
I hope so. I hope they did have that kind of distraction, or they had like after school stuff.
Well, hopefully
to
it was.
do.
Hopefully it
Like,
wasn't like Sault
Or-
Marie, where they
that was
dropped
really
out.
intense.
That was like the psychological. Like, that was such a other, like, the behind the scenes, like behind the camera. Like, okay, you hear the ghost stories, but here's how it's actually impacting these people.
Yeah,
Well, we already talked about that one.
we did. Yeah, I mean this one's put a nail in it. It's
Yeah.
done. It's a good story.
Man, we were outside again. We tried being out here in April of last year.
Did we?
Yeah, we it was, remember when I was trying to show Ben where the stars were, and he's like, I don't see it. I'm like, it's right there. He's like, I don't see it. And it got like, I was so excited because I was like, guys, it's like 68 degrees. Let's record outside. By the time we actually got out here and set up, and I got the aggregate device set up,
Oh, it was really.
it was
cool.
like 49 degrees, 52 degrees. And
Yeah.
we were like, so do you believe but now tonight, like, I think it's good tonight. Feels
It is
good.
nice out.
We're going to be,
It was like 75 today though.
yeah, it's going to be studio time soon, y'all. I cannot wait for y'all to see that. It's going to be exciting.
All right.
But with that said, we're good. I hope everyone has a fantastic evening. Thanks for listening to today's episode, and we will catch you next week on our next extended discussion.